For Canada, Hardeep Nijjar may be a Canadian citizen that they are now crying foul over, blaming India over. But let's take a look exactly at who this man is. We'll give you details exactly what the dossier against him looks like. But breaking news that's now coming in that we've accessed here is how the NIA and even the Interpol have been on the heels of Nijjar for years together. There are several cases that he faces, details of which I am just going to be putting out for you. We're also given to understand from our sources within the intelligence agencies is that Nijjar was a top Khalistan Tiger Force commando. He was a key operative as far as the Canada Khalistan model is concerned. As far as that module goes, he was somebody who has been there trying to foment trouble from foreign soil into India. Let's take a look at all of the allegations that he faces, at least 10 plus FIRs that he faces here in India, in Punjab by the NIA as well. The NIA in fact had gone on to designate him as a terrorist not too long ago. This is the man that was killed in Canada, for which now the Canadian administration is blaming India. But let's take a look at what exactly the allegations against him are. There are several murders that Hardeep Singh Nijjar was accused of. In 2014, he allegedly orchestrated the killing of a self-styled godman here in India. He was doing all of this while he was on foreign soil in Canada. In 2020, he joined hands with another gangster, Arshdeep Dalla, who then with him orchestrated many more such killings. That is what the NIA believes. 2021, Nijjar is believed to have killed a Dera Sacha Sauda follower here in India by the name of Manohar Lal. We then move on to the year after that, in fact the same year in 2021. There was an attempted attack on a Hindu priest as well, all orchestrated by Nijjar and his associates. In 2023, just this year, not too long ago, he was involved in killing of a separatist in Canada. So he is wanted for crimes not just here in India, he's wanted for crimes in Canada as well. And yet we see the kind of soft corner that the Trudeau government comes out and has for him. Now let's take a look at what exactly this dossier of the NIA is as far as Hardeep Singh Nijjar goes. There are 10 plus FIRs that are against him, that are pending against him. Like I pointed out, in 2016, he plotted with other separatist elements to kill RSS leaders. There was training that was given to some of them as well. He raised a 4-member KTF module in Punjab is what we're also given to understand that was under investigation by the NIA. There's also reports of how he conducted arms training while he was in Canada. He reportedly organized such a camp in 2015. It was held in Mission Hills in the British Columbia district of Canada. We're now given to understand that in 2016, he trained a separatist called Mandeep Dhaliwal. In 2016, he was trained to use AK-47 sniper rifles, pistols and such. This training was done at a camp in Canada on Canadian soil. In 2015, there was a lookout circular that was issued against him. A red corner notice was then issued the year after that in 2016 by the Interpol. So it's not just Indian agencies that were after him. He was a wanted man by the Interpol as well. He was declared a terrorist in 2020 by the NIA 3 years ago. And this is a man that India is being blamed for his death in Canada is something that the Trudeau administration is blaming India for. That is an allegation that India is not going to take lying down, which is why the diplomat has been sent packing and a 5-day deadline has been set for this Canadian diplomat to leave Indian soil. Abhishek, my colleague, now joining us, getting us more details on this. Abhishek, a tit-for-tat action, so to say. They decided to expel our diplomat. India was not going to take it lying down. We saw the kind of body language the Indian High Commissioner had. All it took was a 5-minute meeting inside South Block, but the message was sent out loud and clear.
Of course, and the High Commissioner, when he left the South Block, he was visibly big and angry. We saw how he misbehaved with the media person who was present, and he tried to have his reaction on camera. Also, the way he shut the door, very violently, that media person could have been, hurt. But then probably that was the vibe that he got in the South Block. That in no uncertain terms, India's objection and India's serious concerns over the issues that the Trudeau government has raised. India has already said that these allegations that the Trudeau government has raised are absurd and well motivated, and we know what motivation they could have because of the domestic political compulsion. Earlier, also, External Affairs Minister Ajay Shankar has highlighted the fact that whatever Canadian government has been trying to do in case of especially Khalistan and the sympathizers, individuals of Khalistan movement in Canada is largely to do with the local politics, and they see a lot of vote bank politics. And why the Canadian government has not been able to take very strong actions against these Khalistani group of people. And now also Once again, that situation has come to the fore when Canadian economy is in very bad shape. People are raising questions on the government about the inflation, cost of living, and essential commodities, their shortages, their high prices. Probably that is one of the reasons why the Trudeau government has tried to distract people and raising this issue. The largest part is that the Canadian government has apparently tried to convince or convey their stand to their allies. Also, apparently, Justin Trudeau has conveyed this to President of US, President of France, and UK Prime Minister as well. There are media reports that Canadian National Security Advisor had flown to London and he had conveyed this concern or this whole investigation about Nijjar's killing and apparent alleged hand of Indian agencies in that killing to the UK peers. Also, so overall, Canadian government is trying to make it an issue rather than having cleared their stance on extremist element and why they are allowed free movement and associationist activities, something that is very detrimental to their sovereignty and integrity, why they are allowing it to flourish on their land. Rather than speaking about that, Canadian government are trying to circumvent the issue and bring in Indian government's role in the killing of Niger, a dreaded terrorist and wanted criminal in India.
And to make such remarks, make such allegations against an ally without any substantive proof, he will have to face questions there back home as well. But do stay on with me. Siddhant, my colleague, also joining us here on this broadcast. And Siddhant, it's important to look at the antecedents of Hardeep Singh Nijjar, isn't it? Now, he is referred to as a Canadian citizen by both Justin Trudeau and his minister, but his citizenship is also shrouded in mystery.
Well, yes, that's right. And also, Poonam, I would like to highlight, since you already have access to the dossier that India has been, sharing it with the countries with regard to the Khalistani elements. But in total, Poonam, this is very important to highlight. In total, there are 23, how I should say, gangsters, terrorists right now in Justin Trudeau's Canada. All these 23 terrorists belong to one or the other Khalistani group. They have red corner notices against them. They have dozens of FIR registered against them. They somehow managed to enter Canada, and now they are operating freely on the Canadian soil, Poonam. Now, when Justin Trudeau talks about freedom of expression, freedom of conscience, when Justin Trudeau shows sympathy for the Khalistani group, he should also go through the background of these individuals, the way they have been involved in setting up Khalistani network in India, in terms of funding, in terms of providing them with logistical support, connections, and Poonam, Hardeep Singh Nijjar, especially Hardeep Singh, Rinku Bhilla, Goldie Brar, all these people have been working together along with one Australian-based Gurjant Singh and Pakistan-based Lakhbir Singh, and perhaps they have been involved in the contract killing in Punjab and even smuggling of weapons into the country. The list is really long. It's Nowhere Dhillon, British Columbia-based Ramandeep Singh, Ontario-based Gurjeet Singh Chima. So all these gangsters, terrorists belonging to the Khalistani ideology